Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Heavy Metal Book Club on 22 Panels, where I'm joined by Dillon Gilbertson, my buddy Matt, and my brother Peter, and we will discuss the February 1978 heavy metal issue, the 11th that they printed. Good evening, guys. I'm going to warn everybody in advance. This is my third podcast today. So if I am a little goofy or out of it, my apologies entirely. Sorry, not sorry. And yeah. So what'd you guys think? I love this cover.
I think this issue for me is one of the strongest art-wise.
Okay.
The art in a lot of these stories is incredible.
Yeah, there's a lot of incredible art in these stories.
Cover included. I do love this cover.
Story wise, it had some interesting story. I think a few of the stories stood out to me, and then some of them were just like, all right. Admittedly, it's been a few days since I read it, so changes my perspective on it. So be interesting to see sort of revisit it as we go. So
Before we dive in, did anyone read Venus Venus? The prose?
Yes.
It did.
Oh, I did not. Okay. Just curious.
Yes. Yes, I read it. It was, I don't know if we want to talk about that first or just wait till we get to it, but
We'll wait till we get to it.
all right.
Just because I'm gonna need to like scan it to remember if I read it. Because it's been a while.
No, it certainly has. I mean,
So,
since
do
we
you
read
like
it.
the I just like the page for Marvels of the Universe. The typical family of swimmers. This antique picture
Hmm.
shows an ordinary vet.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what that was. Was it an
I,
ad?
I
Was
think
it?
it's just a one-page
Yeah.
Mobius thing.
I couldn't separate it from Avatar. And so I was like, oh, there's a bunch of airbenders at the
No, yeah.
northern nerd.
I think when I read it and saw it, I had that sort of thought too.
Yeah.
I don't know Avatar as well. So mostly I just thought of it as a family portrait by Mobius. That if anything, particularly like the old man with the beard
Mhm.
made me think it's like Mobius draws the portrait of a family that belongs in a Wes Anderson film.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of
Oh,
reminded me of The Croods, that movie, The Croods, about
Yeah,
the.
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the dog that's laying there also gives Wes Anderson vibes as
Yeah,
well.
don't you think that Wes Anderson could take just this picture and make an entire movie out of it?
Yeah,
And it would be an awesome movie.
if it were perfectly
It would be.
symmetrical, it
It
would
would be
be.
amazing. And Bill Murray would play the guy with the beard.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, certainly, yeah.
So
Yeah,
yes, that's my thoughts on Marvels of the Universe. Which
Yeah.
I don't know if it would be my favorite panel or my favorite story, because it's not really a story.
Not really a
Have to think about
story.
that
It
as we
could be a
go on.
panel, but
But I like it a lot.
it's got some really nice coloring. And I really like, yeah, the structure of it. And I completely agree. It has Avatar Last Airbender vibes, though it came way before that. So
Yeah. But colored Mobius is always better than black and white.
Almost always, yes.
Yeah.
Very,
Nine
very
times out of
rare
10.
exceptions. Yeah.
Agreed.
black and white Mobius is still really, really good.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, because Mobius is, well, Mobius.
Right.
I mean, I feel like minus Mobius, heavy metal never gets started. I mean,
That might be the case, yeah.
I think that's a fair statement.
I think there's other good stuff, but
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
It
especially
wouldn't have gone as long as it did without him. Absolutely.
yeah.
Well,
I
yeah.
don't think Den can carry it, and I don't think there's anything else that even like comes close in these first 11 issues to making it, oh, I must pick up that next issue.
I mean, Mobius is like almost a third of the content, it
Yeah.
feels like.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to
I'm
say
saying that
that.
I think that was a good editorial decision.
Yeah, definitely. And we get some more Mobius right after the
Yeah,
first page of Marvel of the
we get
Universe.
our first installment in this issue of Airtight Garage. Kind of a more close up Airtight Garage than we've had, but only a couple of pages of it. And it makes me think of Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
Just
I
give
can
me
see
some
that.
tickets, please.
Didn't have a ticket.
I keep expecting somebody to say no ticket.
Yeah.
Actually, I do think it's kind of just crazy that you have only 2 pages here, and they're 2 completely separate scenes.
Yep. Only
Yeah.
2 pages right in
Yeah.
the spot.
Yeah.
Because they do have, I think, another two
Yeah, no,
pages.
there's more later, but like 2 pages of 2 completely separate scenes, neither of which make sense unless you like go back and remember what was going on.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're very short, like in between type scenes, bridge scenes, but they're still just so beautiful.
It's like the scene right before a commercial on old
Right,
TV shows.
right. Well, actually, it's like the scene right before and right after. You know, this was
Exactly.
before one commercial break or before the commercial break, and this one was after. And you're like, well, wait a minute. What the
Yep,
hell? We were
exactly.
just somewhere else.
Yep.
When are we going to get, oh, another commercial break already?
Yeah.
I don't even know who she's talking to. Someone's coming quick. Gotta hide. Is she talking to the rice?
The rice.
Is that a she or very feminine he? I can't even tell.
Could be either way. I think the fur coat was the only reason I was calling it a she. So
Yeah, I don't know.
My
it is
The
the
facial
engineer
features.
Barnabas has lost his way. So I'm sorry. He appears to be talking to the rice.
my page reader is struggling to load, and so I'm trying to imagine this from memory.
There we go.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Well,
Probably-
except that it says engineer Barnabas has lost his way
His way, yeah.
in the maze of the singing caves.
That's fair, yeah.
But
Yeah.
the leg looks very effeminate. The fur coat. I mean, I guess he could be Don King.
The hair needs to be up more.
Oh yeah. And then we've got an ad for Roger Dean art, and then Den.
Yep. And
I like the gorillas here.
Yeah, the gorillas are cool.
Gorillas are
pretty
very good.
amusing.
Seems like the lettering is getting better.
It does,
Yeah.
or at least it's not like impossible to read.
Yeah.
I feel like they're separating the colors better too.
That central
Makes-
panel up top there where the girl is just sort of standing over with that ridiculous grin. It's pretty
Yeah.
great.
It reminds me of that Hellboy scene. Like, there's a monkey. He's got a gun.
I also love that the gun knocked him down.
Yeah, when he shot it.
Or was he shot by the girl?
That's what, yeah, I thought he was shot by the girl.
Okay. Initially, it feels like the recoil knocked the monkey down, and then you get one
Oh,
more
yeah.
panel. And it's like, oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
it does. It
There
does
was
feel
a-
that way.
There was a mostly naked woman with a gun.
Not the same
Definitely
woman that-
interesting fashion sense here.
Yes,
Must cover the shoulders
but nothing else. And let
and
the robe
upper
fly like a
arms.
cape.
Right.
I love Den.
I mean, to be fair, he's not being sexist. That's the same thing Den is wearing.
Yep.
A cape that covers his shoulders and nothing else.
Yep,
Yep.
love it.
It
Corbin
appears
is
to
equal
just
opportunity.
be it just appears to be the standard garb. Now, my question is, why do they need the capes then? Because capes feel like they get in the way more than anything else. I mean, is it telling us something about the climate? Is it like
It keeps the sun off your back.
my theory is actually even more than that. I think it's really hot during the day and therefore they
Mhm.
can't wear clothes. But at night it gets really cold, so they need a good blanket.
Yep, agreed.
Man, if it's really hot there, that monkey's in big trouble.
Well,
Covered in fur.
hopefully he has really good sweat glands.
That might be the case.
Oh.
Monkey would have evolved poorly. Is that what we're trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. A maladapted monkey.
Then we have return to the scene where the
The
villainous
stupid lord.
male. Yeah.
I will be Lord of the universe, and only then will I know satisfaction. Guards, take her and follow me. He looks like he's walking a runway,
Yep.
and
Sure
he's got
does.
his cape on backwards.
He's just trying to
Sure
cover
does.
his non-erection.
Yeah.
Well,
and I like
I
how
mean,
her
those
boobs are flopped to the sides for that. That
those
shows that
those
they're real.
guards have pretty nasty axes, so he might be worried about what will happen if he doesn't cover up a little bit. It's protection. It's protective.
Those are his guards, though. And
Well, I
last I
didn't
checked,
mean on purpose.
no. Last I checked, he got like shot in like last episode or an episode, some earlier episode, and it
You're
did
expecting
nothing
me to
to him.
remember previous episodes?
Absolutely.
All I'm saying is I don't think that's the reason for it. I don't expect you to remember. I'm just helping you
Fair.
remember.
Fair. It actually looks like he put it in front of him to keep himself away from the naked woman, because he
Maybe
can't have
that's it.
satisfaction until he's Lord of the universe. So
Because apparently she doesn't give him satisfaction. That seems to be what he was suggesting.
I thought it was she's not allowed to give him satisfaction.
His first line in those four things is bleep,
Yeah, you're right. You
you
failed to
failed to
even
even
arouse.
arouse me. You and Den shall die alone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But then we discover that large bouncing memories do not prevent parkour.
Never have, never will.
Yeah. I mean, I would have expected her to want a good sports bra. Just saying.
I'm sure she wished she had one.
Probably.
That said, she doesn't even have the cape that a lot of these people have.
No,
So
no cape. So I hope that I'm wrong about the cold thing, because it's going to be really rough for her.
It's the real villain of Den is the climate.
Right.
I kind of feel like Corbin was overdoing it, calling her a bitch and a foul slut. I think foul slut is such an awesome insult. He could have just gone with that.
Right.
He's an overachiever. He's always
Seriously, that's like overkill. That's like,
Or it's possible that it was lost in translation.
could be, but I like
Um,
foul slut. That's awesome.
Well, and now
Have you gotten your Den hardcover yet? Do you want to check what the current translation is? Because
I have volume 1, and I'm not sure if
I think this
issue
is
in
still
it.
in volume 1.
All right, give me a second. Let me look.
Yeah. I do like the going back and forth panel by panel on whether or not the sky is there. I think it really emphasizes the leap and the distance.
Yeah,
Going from the
well,
dark
that's
sky
actually
to
really
the
cool.
white to the
Yep, it's bitch foul
Uh,
slut.
No, it's both in the
Yep.
well. Now
But
we
yeah,
know why he's an artist, not a writer.
Yep, you got it.
and just the
Slap
fact
slap.
that he
I like the slap slap
used
though. That's pretty cool.
that difference of showing the sky and not showing the sky does make striking contrast.
Yeah.
Panel to panel, which is actually pretty like it creates kind of a like if you blur your eyes, it even kind of creates a cool image, is I guess what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
And then like just sort of how they structured it. So
No, I think that too many artists are afraid to drop their backgrounds and or don't know when. I think there's a like real talent involved in going, we're going to minimize the background in this panel.
Ted,
You've
you are
already
100%
seen it
correct.
elsewhere,
Yep, 100%.
yeah.
you know. Um, it's something I noticed Fiona Staples does really well in Saga. When particularly when they're in places where the background is amazing and there's all sorts of stuff going on, but then you get to that moment where you need to be in that moment, the background will just go away.
And you don't want to have to draw a super detailed background.
Well, she works digitally, so she can probably, cheat with
Copy
some
and
of that.
paste. But no, seriously, I think that has to be a factor.
Yeah.
Sure.
Um,
No, I was gonna say I made on a the comment that we were talking about with the Lord guy earlier. If we keep going, it appears that he wasn't putting on a cape but a robe or like a toga.
oh,
And
so he's trying to start the new fashion.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. He didn't get the memo about letting it all hang out,
he's insecure.
probably. I mean, he has met Den.
Though the theme at the bottom of that page is pretty nice too. The last page of Den. It starts earlier,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Well, I mean that like runs through two whole pages essentially.
yeah, there's
So
several things.
is it him again that she bumps into at the bottom?
I think it is
I think it is too. Initially, I thought it
because
was some new guy, but then we get back to this.
because it's not Den. That's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
And then we're back to like the whole ritual theme that we saw earlier in the series.
He's got some pretty crazy eyes.
Yeah, that guy's a lunatic.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Well, and they clearly know it because the top of page 15, it's like zoom in on those eyes.
Yep,
Yeah, at some point I'm gonna have to read Den altogether
for sure.
Absolutely.
because
I feel like it's the only way to read it.
I feel like I'm gonna like it more. Now I love the art, but it's also fun to make fun of right and left. Uh, but I kind of feel like there might actually be a pretty cool sword and sorcery story going on that I don't get as
I
much
could
as
believe
I
it.
should.
Yeah,
To
if you're
sort of
looking
like
for
put
the
back
answer,
together what I've got.
if you're looking for the answer, don't watch the movie because the movie like really truncates the story.
I didn't even know there was a
Yeah.
movie.
Well,
Seriously?
No.
wasn't it part of the heavy metal movie or no? Is it its own movie?
That's what I'm talking about. The heavy metal
Oh,
movie.
okay.
Okay.
I knew
we
that there
need-
was a
Yeah.
heavy metal movie. I
Oh, you
haven't
thought I was
watched
talking
the
about a
heavy
Den
metal
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry.
Yeah,
Den,
I
bad.
thought you meant strictly a Den movie.
No.
Den is in the heavy metal movie, but
Yes.
yeah, it's heavily truncated.
Yeah.
Like I remember
What? They
because I saw
truncated
that.
Den? That's just not right.
That's almost like
Yeah,
circumcising the man.
I know, right?
We should watch the movie and then we should do an
Which
episode on
by
it.
the way, I just because we've been reading the letters from the women upset about the portrayal of women, this chapter of Den has lots of breasts but no den dong.
Oh, there. Oh no, there is in the
No,
first
no,
There is.
second page.
Even on that page that you're looking at,
Oh,
there's
even
Den
on
Dog.
yeah, on that page too. Yeah, even where right where your
Yeah,
mouse was.
your
Even
little mouse is right
Is
over it.
it though?
It
go to
is
the
Den
second page.
Dog.
Go to the
That
second page.
is his leg and not his like hip.
Right
Okay.
there.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's some
This,
Den
this,
Dog in
this
Well,
there.
okay,
panel.
no, and there's a cock and balls. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
fair.
Yep.
Not
Told ya.
as much.
Not as much.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but you guys all
It's
found it.
much more artistic this time.
It's in good taste.
We've got tasteful dendong, and the boobs are just hanging out.
Oh my god, I love that. That's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, seriously, this dendong is like the bat dong in Batman Damned. If you did just a little bit more shading, it would go away, and you could
But they
not
purposefully
have the
didn't
problem
do it.
anymore. Right.
Well,
They chose not to.
that might be like
Well, in Batman Damned, they did do the shading when they released it digitally. It's only in that original version,
That's why it
which
costs
makes
so
it
much.
so freaking funny. The number of people who buy their graded copies of it. It's like, dude, it's only worth something because of a picture in the
Of a
middle.
dick.
In the middle, and you just enclosed it in plastic.
Yep.
You can't even show off the bat dong.
Yep. But you own it, apparently.
Yeah.
It was the first comic I ever saw a 10.0 graded of. I don't know why anybody would pay the extra to have their 10.0 graded bat dong that you can't see, but I did see a 10.0.
I've got that issue somewhere. It's not graded or anything, but I do own it.
No, I have it too. Not graded. Just the original.
Yeah.
It was a good story. I feel like the existence of the dong was completely
It overshadowed the actual story of the book.
Mhm.
well, I think
And
it
had no point
overshadowed,
in
but
the
I
middle
also don't think there was I think it was brilliant PR for launching the Black Label.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that they absolutely knew that it was there. They absolutely knew that it would be easy
Yeah.
to get rid of.
Yeah.
And they absolutely waited to get rid of it until it had caused a hubbub.
And they absolutely knew all the women out there would want to know what the bat dick was.
Yep.
The bat dick.
So how about some Mora and Garcia, The Winter of the Last Combat?
This story, I don't know how much I liked the story, but the art,
I love the art.
this panel on
Yes.
the first panel on that page that you're on is might be my favorite panel of the whole book.
Is this a continuation of an earlier story?
oh,
I
this
don't-
is new. I'm pretty
The-
sure.
This is
The
new.
storytelling was difficult. It felt like I was reading Dark Souls, but I was in the middle of Dark Souls and hadn't explored anywhere else, so I wasn't really sure exactly what was going on.
Yeah, I mean, like it started off pretty rough. I think, like exactly what you said, Dylan. Like it just sort of started off and it was going into it, and you're like, okay, you've given me a half-cocked explanation of what's going on, and to be honest, by the end, it's kind of gripped enough that like it captivated me and gave me enough interest where I was like, oh, this is actually
Yep, it's a good
pretty
story.
entertaining story. But
That image of the Black Death, if you go back one, oh, so good.
yeah, that was really good.
So good.
So
Sorry.
one of my favorite images on the page before that, where you see his face, and
Mhm.
it's like his face is being lit from the bottom on the right there. Yeah, I just liked how that face looked. It's like sort of like honestly, if you think about it, it
I
makes me think of
just
Jack
noticed and
Nicholson.
like the face up here.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one too. But I was gonna say it's like Jack Nicholson when he is in The Shining and his head pops out. That's what it kind of makes me think of a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah.
like, here's Johnny.
Yeah, I thought the writing could have been cleaned up.
Yeah,
I
The
agree.
story itself
it's
was really good. The
it's
art
a
is amazing.
it's
Yeah,
a it's
this
a weird
really could have been lost in translation as well.
Yeah, that's also possible.
Yep.
it's a
Uh,
weird case of like the writing is too much because of how good the art is. It's
yeah,
because like
Agreed.
usually when there's too much writing, it hurts the art.
Yeah, or it's
But
making
it,
up
but
for the art.
but in this case, I think that the art is so good that it just makes the writing difficult to pay attention to because I want to look at the art so much. Like the
Yeah.
art, I don't think the writing is hurting the art. The art is hurting the writing, but because the art is so good, it's
I mean, I'm almost just I'm looking at just like this one here. Do you remember me, Eleanor? I too would like to be able to call myself like Master Godfrey, the savior of the Holy Sepulchre. We wanted the Holy Land restored to the rightful God, and that gave us the strength to leave each other. My beautiful love, my gentle lady. I feel like you need, do you remember me, Eleanor? And you need gave us strength to leave each other. And you should find a way to take the three lines in between and make them one line. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
yeah.
I mean, I think that's an example. I think there are probably better examples, but
But what I mean is like that's the overall problem with the story.
yeah,
I mean, this was perfect.
there's
Barred doors, barred windows, and those inscriptions. That's perfect. No notes,
It's
right?
kind of like they took a novel and converted it to a comic and left too many words in.
Right.
right.
And to their credit, they don't generally describe the picture. So I understand how the edits could be difficult because it's not
Mhm.
like, oh, this is absolutely told by the picture.
Exactly. Yep.
Right.
But I still feel like it's just too much and sometimes too
Yeah.
disconnected. You know, do we know who Godfrey is enough to give a damn that we want to be like Master Godfrey? I haven't
Sure.
reread it all, so that's a legit question.
Uh, I thought, I don't know. I mean, like my short understanding of this, and I thought, like when I was reading it, this is what I thought, is he is like the heir to some uh land, right? Like he's essentially some sort of like nobility, not necessarily like king or queen or anything, but you know, in an some sort of area, he is that ruler, like a duke or something, right?
Right.
Lord.
Yeah, because we've
And
got him going to the Crusades, or somebody going to the Crusades.
again, like I'm not saying like I completely agree they need to cut down on words. And I think like even if it's not like they held some of them where like it's full box, but some of these they just like cut out like a bunch of it. Like I'd be happy with that. But like the whole entire thing is like he grew up, he's like, oh, like the Crusades are happening. I want to be a knight, blah blah blah. I'm gonna go join the Crusades and I'm gonna fight for God, blah blah blah. And then like after all this time in the Crusades, like what you kind of get through like the text and well, mostly through the text, actually, I think, is that he's disillusioned by this. And
Right.
again, you can cut down on the text. I think they, like if I was to like if they were to redo it today, just as an example, and to like take this and pick it up and say, I'm gonna use most of the same art, but I'm gonna mess around with the wording. Yeah, there's plenty that you could cut. Um, I do wonder how much because this is a to be continued, so it's
Right.
part one of
I mean, it is
multiple. And I do
what it,
want to make sure that whatever,
right. I mean, really, it makes me and Mom, John, hi. You're probably the only ones that both listen to Patrick Horvath and are listening to us now. But Patrick and I were talking about um how sometimes limitations are necessary for creators to do their best work. He was talking about um you know having this big story and figuring out how to fit it into 22-page chunks, how to both spread it out and condense it to make it fit right.
Right.
And I talked about sometimes when I'm trying to work on an idea, even if I'm not like trying to write a poem with an idea, I'm just trying to wrap my head more around an idea. I'll write a sonnet because it forces me to find the right words. It gives
Yeah,
me a form. And he brought up haikus, which I also do. Okay, we need to condense this into, and we need to pick just we need to really think about our meaning. And that's kind of what I feel like is it almost would have been better if they found some sort of, whether they put it in iambic pentameter or some sort of thing where they decided this is how we're going to limit
yeah,
ourselves to say, because I don't think there's any information that I don't think needs to be there
right.
or absolutely
I,
doesn't
I think
need to be there.
I
It's
think we're on the same
more
page.
how do you tell it in a concise, compelling that I think is
I think for the most part we're on the same page.
yeah.
We're just digging into it. And yeah, and sure, like I think you're absolutely right. It's not even just in things like comic books or stories or stuff like that. There is definitely something to making sure you're the right level of expression or of pithy or however you want to put it, where you're putting enough information in that you're able to grasp what's going on and potentially, any undertones that you have, as long as you're not overwhelmingly, putting tons of undertones, right? Um, Putting in enough while not putting in too much. And I mean, even in business, that's something that you have to, like, if you have a meeting, you have to think about, okay, what am I trying to do? What am I like? Who is this audience, and what is it that I'm trying to get them to understand, right? So
Right.
I'm
The
completely with
art
you.
is just beautiful.
Oh, this is some magnificent black and white art.
But
Yes.
it's also dense enough that I mean, to a certain extent, even just having the big white box above it, like makes the art feel pressed. Does that make sense? I mean, one of the reasons, I mean, I wonder if and actually here's something we don't know. We have seen letters that indicate that there were layout squishing or slight rearrangements between the European versions and the heavy metal as it was published. I don't know if I'm saying this the same if like the text is along a side rather than at the top. Part of it is the way it encroaches on page layout that gets to
Uh,
me.
don't know exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't really have a problem with that per se. Like I totally understand kind of where you're coming from, but
Well, particularly
uh
this page gets really, really busy because
yeah,
of
I could see that.
the text in the middle, the text at the top. The only thing that feels perfectly right is the one line here. You know. Uh,
Sure.
so yeah.
I think this story is the story and the art are both good enough that it begs criticism at this
Yeah.
level, which is I think a compliment to the
Yeah.
story. Like I feel like we're digging really hard into this. A lot of it seems to be
feels
Semi-negative
nitpicky. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
I
probably
guess the right
coming
way to
off
say it. Yeah.
more negative than I.
Yeah.
It's something I used to say in creative writing classes all the time. There's no more damning criticism from me than if I say nice story and nothing more. That
Yeah.
means I have nothing to say about it, so I don't want to be mean. If it sounds like I'm ripping it to shreds, that's because I'm not always good at remembering to say nice things first. I loved it and I want it to get better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I think I want to think that there's more to this, that there's going to be
Yeah. I
a
am looking
deal,
forward
but
to the next part
yeah,
because it is a
It
2D.
says that it's to be continued.
to be
So
continued. Yeah.
I'm hoping we see more. But yes.
Fingers crossed.
Because again, the artwork, as I look at it, I like the artwork to begin with, because I'm looking closer and I'm seeing like inset images and I'm seeing, just so much here is done so well. Yeah.
Yep.
Mora and Garcia.
Yep. Yep.
Got our Lone Sloan Delirious ad, and then Morris White in Diabolical Planet. Hearts on
And
Fire
then
Pictures, the sequel to Operation Omega from Heavy Metal number 6.
I remember Operation Omega. That was fun.
It was. I definitely love this opening panel.
It's a nice opening panel. I think Morris White looks like a total goob in it. It's
Yep.
great.
Goober.
Yeah. It's part of what I like though, is that like he's the like prototypical hero and like
And I hate him and I love it.
and you're supposed
Uh-huh.
to.
You're supposed
And
to, exactly.
and she hates him too. Like he's getting played this whole time.
Well, I don't know if she does.
Well, not hates him, but there's
She
definitely
has complicated feelings about him. I will say
right.
that. I mean,
There's definitely a level of like he's much bigger in his own head than he is for anybody else.
Yep, agreed.
I mean, frankly, I think I've already come to the conclusion that one, I like her more just because, I mean, I like him as a character. I don't like him as a
You wouldn't
person.
want to hang out with him. He's the Eddie
No.
asshole.
She's much more interesting because it's like, okay, she obviously sees something in him, but is obviously like she seems way smarter than him.
Right.
And then even though
Well, she's trying to be.
yeah, well, not I'm not saying that she's like this perfectly smart person, and obviously she's in what feels like a toxic relationship to me, but
Yeah, I love that he says he's tolerating her presence.
Yep.
And that's not
Yeah.
easy. And I'm sitting there going,
Exactly.
right. But no. And then like I think they mentioned the doctor or the guy that like very looks like a very much an inspired villain from the previous one. I'm like, yeah, and he seems like he was actually a decent guy. I don't know what this whole like making him out to be evil is, and I completely agree. Like once you said this guy's way in his own head, it actually made a lot more sense. And I'm like, oh, this comic is about it, like sort of taking the perspective of this guy's way in his own head and sort of portraying that really well. So, you know, I'm very entertained by this comic, and I'm looking forward to the next installment as well. So,
I love how he's forgiving the guy for being absorbed in making certain that, his astroship doesn't kill him.
Yeah, this was a fun story. I liked it.
Yeah. He feels like the rich kid. He doesn't realize
does.
what everybody else is doing for him.
right. He very much feels feels like that. Like, hey, I'm the hero, but I'm the hero because, I was gifted this spot, not because I earned it in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
So, yeah.
But definitely a fun story.
Yeah.
Then we got the Mad.
I was frustrated by this story in, I think, maybe the best way. I loved the art. I was very invested in the story,
Mhm.
and then I don't know what the hell happened, and it just ended.
Well, didn't it end with a to be continued as well? Kind of felt like it did.
Did it? I might have skipped past that.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it did. Oh,
it was
thank
a
God.
to be
I
continued.
Yep.
missed that. So
You can
my
go
my
with
reader, my reader like comes with like a mandatory ad that is on the
Okay.
bottom at all times, and so I didn't
Gotcha.
see the to be continued.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fair
It was
enough.
covered.
No,
Oh,
I
thank
totally
God,
understand that. That
because
comes with
I was
true.
very into everything that was happening in this story.
It is kind of weird that they did not only the centerfold, but the one where you got to turn the magazine.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I
Yep.
thought it was great.
Yep.
I mean, because I
It's
was on
captivating
my
art.
reading,
It's
I didn't really
captivating.
see it that well, but it makes me think of like when the original magazine originally came out, and you like have to go from like this to like
Right.
this, and like whenever you're doing that, like the first thing that comes to mind is
Yes,
pinups.
the Playboy.
Right.
Yeah, I love the concept of the story. It's just like the world's most unfortunate creature, both physically and mentally. And then the gods of this universe are like, you're the guy.
Hmm.
We need you to carry out our bidding, and that is to effectively kill everybody,
Something like that, rule everything.
rule the world because they've abandoned us, so we need you to kill them
Yeah,
or
pretty much.
or rule them and then hand over the keys to us when you're done.
Yeah.
And he's like, please just give me a new face. And they're like, no, you have to do it with this face.
Yeah. I remember that part. It is really great, and you're absolutely right. You get to the ending part after some point, and it's just like all these really cool images, and you're like, "What's going on?" And that's to be continued, and you're like,
Yeah,
"Okay."
I was trying to decide like I because I didn't see the to be continued, and so I was trying to decide. I was like, did he just arrive there and then it ended because he failed, or is this now his kingdom? Did he succeed? Is this his
Right.
kingdom now and now it's over? Is that the god? Who knows?
Well,
But
we'll
I would
find
now
out.
that I know it's to be continued, I think this is him arriving in the
Yeah,
kingdom,
I think so
and now
too.
we don't know. We have to wait till next issue to find out what happens.
That's one hell of a statue, though.
Yeah, it's a great statue.
Really great statue. Supposing that's what it is,
Well,
because
I mean, it's like a
Yeah.
statue, but there's also a door.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
And then we've got the different angle. It's like all of the screaming heads on the headdress.
yeah,
Oh.
great.
And it's great. One of the things that like we never think about, or at least I don't think about often enough. I mean, how intricate is this statue to begin with? And then the artist went and drew it from a completely different angle,
Hmm.
which means they really had to work out the three dimensions of it.
And they
Right.
wanted you to know they worked out the three dimensions of
Yeah.
it.
You're gonna know.
Well,
We're gonna
Yep,
do it.
I've seen a few things
exactly.
or we've been rereading Black Hammer for our weekly episode, and I have been looking at we've been doing it in the library editions, and they've got some great process stuff. at the back. And when we did the Colonel Weird and Barb Alien World of Black Hammer, it turned out that both of the artists, like independent of each other, had created three-dimensional like action figure type models of their characters to be able to get everything. So in both of their things, you've got like your Colonel Weird and your Barb Alien with all of the it's like, oh, I guess it would make a lot of sense for a lot of people to do that sort of thing when they were drawing a character over and over that much.
Makes
That they
sense.
needed to get the makes me wonder how many Marvel DC people go out and buy the action figure just to like draw the character.
Good question.
I like this next story a lot too.
I
Famously,
was very confused by it.
I also
Didn't
did
say
not
I understood
understand
it.
fully.
but I
Oh no, it's a fun read.
yeah.
It's a fun thing to look over, I guess.
I mean it's a short and it's essentially, the basic thing is,
Sex sells.
well, it's not even just that. It's that the Moulin Rouge follies and that the music and the dancing and the whatnot is such a great thing that even in a world where, Earth is gone, they're keeping it on an asteroid that the spaceships come from all over the universe to enjoy it.
Did, did they say that the Earth's gone? Did I miss that?
Just the
The,
same,
the
it's
city
incredible that the whole
disappeared.
city had to disappear in order to
Right.
perpetuate what made it glorious.
What does that
Um,
mean? To perpetuate what made it glorious? Like to bring it to the world, bring it to the rest of the universe?
yeah, I don't know. I don't
To
know.
allow it to continue.
Yeah.
You know, I pick on a lot of stuff, and that is definitely not one of the ones I picked up. So
I mean, that's what it felt like to me. Is like
I
Earth is gone, but somebody very carefully preserved this tiny portion of it.
right. Yeah, I mean the short of it is I liked all the visuals. I thought like the characters were well drawn and um I like there's even some text that I liked where like they have the talking mouths where you can almost in your head hear an audio sort of being like, ladies and gentlemen. Gents,
I mean,
maybe.
honestly, it's a 3-page gag. It's
Yep.
not
Yeah.
supposed to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
Yeah,
More of a gag than a story.
right.
I completely like think
That's
I
a good way to
gathered
put it.
that. And like that's what I got from it. I just as a gag, I was like, oh, this is amusing, but I don't really know what the gag is. So um it went over my head. I'll say that much. And that's okay.
I
I
think it's
don't
more likely that it went under your head. I don't think it's
Right.
that complicated.
that might be it.
I think it's enjoy this humor that is the Le French Follies, and then just a brief statement about A, look how cool I can draw space,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
B, this is the only thing worth saving.
Fair enough.
It's an elaborate gag just to show off how well I can draw space.
Possibly.
All right.
And then we get into our centerfold, our actual centerfold, our cat's tail,
Favorite panel.
and the
It's a good panel.
Venus.
Yep. This was it's amusing. I don't know. It was long for what it was. I think they were very wordy. And don't get me wrong, it's prose, so it's supposed to be all words. I mean, obviously, there's no pictures in this whatsoever, but it was like, okay, get to the point.
Yeah, as I'm rescanning it now, I feel like it's like the opposite of the La Folie thing. It was like it was all one big joke, but it was like a couple thousand words to get to the punchline.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not
Exactly.
sure that I even thought it was just necessarily a joke. I mean, because you could perceive it that way, I guess. But like my whole entire thing about it is the base concept is really interesting. Some alien just randomly appears in your room and you have a conversation with it because it has the ability, like, um, communication device, right? Um, and so you just talk to them and they talk to you, and essentially they tell you, hey, like, I have this technology that will allow you to go anywhere. You can go to any planet and, uh, be there. And the guy's like, what's the catch? And he's like, there's no catch. And then you get to the end, it's like,
Wink.
oh, you're like the subservient alien on this planet. Oh, I thought it was interesting, like looking back on it in like my mind's eye, but I remember reading it and it being just this huge amount of slog of
Yeah.
overly like, hey, I need to say this. Hey, I need to say this again. Hey, like I have this huge amount of internal dialogue that's adding nothing to this
Yeah.
conversation or nothing to the story.
You remember, Peter, did you ever hear me tell the razzle dazzle joke in college?
I probably did, but I'm
There,
not sure I remember it.
I think another joke of that kind is was it Blue Lightning is another one.
Mm.
But the point of the jokes are is that they're very, very long and they have a lot of detail. Like there's details about names and dates and genders and hair color and what the weather was like. And you add all of this detail and you can make the joke go as long as you want, as long as you keep adding details to what's happening. And at the very end is just some stupid joke or a non-joke. Like at the end of Blue Lightning, the kid gets hit by a car and dies. And that's it. And like it's just pointless mostly, other than the whole point of it is to be like, oh, so like the joke is that I sat through this whole thing for nothing, basically. And I think when I was reading through it, I sort of got those vibes. I mean,
Uh,
the end was more than it wasn't exactly pointless, but like trying to get through it was, like you said, it was a slog.
yeah, it's like a Shaggy Dog joke. I mean, and that's kind of what you're talking about, though. Shaggy Dog is a little bit less detail oriented. It's just repeating the same thing
Yeah.
sort of over and over again. I mean, the base of the joke, and then you just repeat it is this guy was a really shaggy dog. His friend said, hey, that's a shaggy dog. You should go enter him into the like local competition.
Yeah.
The town competition if you want to start there. But you could start smaller, larger, whatever, and they'd be like, oh, okay. And he entered into the competition. There were three judges, and the first judge said, oh, that's a really shaggy dog. And the next judge said, oh, sorry, I messed up a little bit. First dog said, that's the shaggiest dog I've ever seen. And the next judge said, oh, that's the shaggiest dog I've ever seen. And the last judge said, oh, that's the shaggiest dog I've ever seen. And so he won the shaggy dog competition, and they said, okay, you're going to go to state or whatever. And then you reiterate on this until you get to some point where you get to the third judge of some iteration of it, and you're just like, that dog ain't so shaggy.
Yeah.
Right.
One of those.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, the short of it is I get totally what you're saying, and I could totally feel that I don't know, like it's definitely a little bit different when you have somebody actually like there telling you the joke, because it's like
Yeah,
they put it
Dad always used to manage to make that one work.
right.
As you retold it, I like realized that I blocked out that he made it work. But
Right. I don't know that I've ever made it work, to be honest. I know Dad did, but
Mhm.
that's kind of like
At least the
even
first 3 or 4 times he told it to you. Eventually, probably by the time he was telling it to you, it no longer worked on me, and that's why I blocked it out until you started retelling it. I'm like, oh, that's how the Shaggy Dog joke worked. I remember that now.
yeah.
Because when you said it, I'm like, oh yeah, the Shaggy Dog joke. I don't actually remember that, and I wasn't even gonna bring it up. And then you started explaining, I'm like, oh yeah, that Shaggy Dog joke.
But my point is like if you're telling that joke and you sort of like put together in your head how to tell that joke and like be amusing with it, like it's really amusing.
I
Uh,
know that I thought it was hilarious when I was 6.
right. But if you're like, reading this thing, and I think it's the same with reading stuff. Like if he was writing it and he had written it in a way where I felt like, the way he'd written it was just sort of like amusing the way he was going about it, I'd be completely agreeing with you guys. It's just one of those jokes. But when it doesn't hit, it's just sort of like, okay, like,
I think writing comedy is both a different art form. Writing comedy is a different art form, period. Um, but there are certain things that are much easier to make work in spoken comedy than written comedy.
oh, sure.
And I feel like this might be a story that could be told in a way that was hilarious,
Oh, definitely.
but it didn't play well.
Yeah, when it doesn't have enough of the tone in it
Yeah.
for it to carry
Well,
itself
and
in
you
turn.
don't know the pacing as you're reading it because you're not telling the joke.
Right.
Pacing is everything in one of these. Yeah.
In a joke, if this was intended to be a joke format, yes. But I mean, even for a joke format, that seems like it's pretty long. I don't think the Shaggy Dog story would take up 4 pages.
I think Dad could make it take up.
You could make it take up 4 pages. You could make anything take up any amount of space you wanted to.
So, Telefield, second
This,
episode from Macedo.
yeah. I
Uh,
think I like the first episode better.
I think I
It
do
was it
too.
was confusing
I think
and
they're both like beautiful,
oh,
weird,
definitely.
don't. Uh, yeah, I
They're both
almost wish they were
beautiful.
silent.
I mean, I could appreciate that, yes.
I think I would
But
like them better silent.
I remember the
And then
first
they would just be
episode.
weird, beautiful that you could put your own whatever to. And the words,
What I was gonna say is I remember the first episode because this is the continuation of that one where they had like the weird clown looking gang
yeah,
where like everybody in the gang looked like they were part of
yeah.
some mascot thing.
Mhm.
Um,
In the flying car.
yeah, and the flying car. And then there was like these guys that are in this one, and then there was some other faction. I don't remember it, but it was super random and weird. So story-wise, it was really confusing, which this one didn't make it any less confusing. It's just sort of like, oh, like you're entering a mind space where like you're like going to the next level of evolution or something, essentially. You know, that whole Futurama joke of, oh, you eventually just evolve into beings of pure light. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It was
as I'm flipping through and trying not to read the words, I'm going, I would actually like really love this if you just got those damn word boxes out of the way of the art.
L. Ron Hubbard couldn't have done it better himself.
You look like L. Ron Hubbard illustrations a little bit.
I
that's
don't
fair.
know L. Ron Hubbard illustrations. I didn't know he illustrated.
Well, he didn't, but I mean like the illustrations based on his books.
Okay. Which I've pretty carefully avoided.
Good for you.
Good move.
You
There you
know,
go.
I don't want to fall into the.
Yeah, it's a bunch of pretty beautiful art.
But the
It
art is
definitely has
really
a feel
cool.
to it. But
Psychedelic with like a Disney-esque almost, if
I
you
don't
want
know
to
if I
call
really
it.
feel Disney in it, but
Well, I
okay.
was just looking at this rainbow and this palace.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about. And like that's
That
the only
right
that's
there.
Disney right here. Cause all the rest of it has no Disney feel to it. Just
Yeah,
that
we
one
can hear the
image.
music on
No,
this
no,
panel.
no. I think the top of page one
It's got some ET vibes.
has
I could
some
say E.T. I still can't see Disney. Is
like World
E.T.
of
Disney?
Tomorrow
I
type,
miss that.
everything's very rounded except this, whatever this is.
Except this and the people aren't rounded in the ways that Disney people are rounded. And all right, I've actually had to watch a lot of Disney over the last few days,
That's
so
fair. That's fair.
I might
That's
be a
fair.
little judgmental.
You should get them into Disney comic books because there are some really surprising creators
Oh,
doing Disney
oh,
comic
they
books.
are. They're new Disney comic books.
Yeah, yeah. Greg Pak is writing um
Because they're reading Donald Duck, the old
Lilo
stuff.
and Stitch, and um, Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor are doing Gargoyles,
Hmm.
and um, Hercules coming up is written by Elliot Kalin,
Oh,
who
nice.
who did Maniac of New York and was a writer for The Daily Show before that. So he's done political humor, slasher comics, and now he's writing the Hercules comic because that's
Mhm.
always the route that people go.
Yeah, that checks out. I mean, real Hercules murders his whole family, so
But not in the Disney movie.
I'm
This is
just
That's
true.
I'm just saying there's a
But
connection.
I mean,
It doesn't mean they don't deserve it.
to be honest, in the Disney movie, uh, sorry, Zeus and Hera are a loving couple. So
Some pretty
maybe a couple errors there, or
yeah, some pretty
not
stark
errors.
deviations.
Well, I mean, they were a loving couple. They just, when you're immortal, there's lots of time to get up to mischief.
I don't know that they actually loved each other. At least most of the stories or depictions do not suggest that they do.
Have you ever it's a Ray Bradbury story called, I want to say, The Very Quiet Murders, something like
Haven't read
that.
that one.
It's a great story. It's this old couple that like spends a whole year trying to kill each other, and like offing servants and friends on accident. They're open with each other that they're killing each other, and they actually wind up managing to kill each other at the same time. But like, you can't tell whether they hate each other or if they love each other. And this is, I mean, they say they hate each other, but there's an element of the way they do it all that makes you like they love each other and that they're end of their life, and this is the game that they're playing.
Sure, why not?
And probably don't visit that house.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Airtight Garage of Jerry Cornelius. Back to
Second
our
part definition.
wonderful. I wish we had. Does anybody know what we call this horse type thing that we now have t-shirts?
Camel Fent.
A camel fent?
Camel
Camel Fent.
Okay. Okay. We now have t-shirts for it. Those who were listening last episode know that we were putting in the order to my wife, the art teacher and t-shirt maker. I don't know. Yeah, okay, we got elephant elephant paws, definitely. I like camel fin. That works.
Well, I know that ears aren't exactly elephant ears, but they're big ears too. I
Yeah.
Take
mean,
it off.
They're kind of giraffe-like.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm not gonna try to fit in all three of those animals.
Uh,
Or
uh,
four if you want to fit in horse too.
yeah. Well, and it's got a hippopotamus feel too, kind of in the snout and the fact that it's in the
Mm-hmm.
water.
And the
Yeah.
large body, tubular, barrel shaped.
I think I went with camel fin, and we definitely could have said Kim Hippo or something, but camel fin seems to slide
A hippo
just well
raff.
enough.
A hippo raff.
You still need a camel in it.
Yeah.
I guess it
Hippo
doesn't have
animal.
really a bump though.
Yeah, it doesn't have the bump.
Hippo raff.
Hippo
I could go
raff.
with hippo. I think hippo raff might be the best description.
It kind of gave me vague heffalumps and woozles vibes
Oh yeah.
from Winnie the Pooh, and so I Googled them to really remind myself what they looked like. Not really. The woozles kinda. It looks kind of like a woozle from Winnie the Pooh.
Is amphibious. Giddy up, my amphibious old friend.
It looks like one of those things that you would the plastic model that you push up on the bottom of the stand and it falls to pieces, like it collapses.
I mean,
Is that
as
what
soon as
you're
you
talking
say
about?
that's amphibious, it makes me think of the swamp horse. But I think only Dylan would know what I was talking about.
Swampy? Yeah, it's got
Swampy.
some swampy
Our
vibes. Yeah.
story to date, no resume today. I don't even know what that means.
Normally they'd say our story to date and then give some brief
Right?
description. And they say our story to date. And I think no resume today is a joke, as in they're not telling you our story to date.
Okay. I do love the reflection here.
It is a really good reflection.
That's just now I'm torn on my favorite panel between our family portrait and this has got some very Roy Crane. Roy Crane was great at doing like the reflection on the pool.
There you go. I really like that tree or whatever that is. It looks
Yeah.
kind of like a tree with, a building set into it.
It's Armjorth, the Pearl of the Tundra.
Yep. Whatever that means.
We might find out next month because that was all we're getting.
Yep. That is all we got for the last or the second two pages.
How crazy is it that he gave us 4 pages representing 3 different characters in 3 different places, and he still might have given like the 4 best pages of the book. It's just there's something wrong with that. Beautiful, but just
I did not read Age of Ages.
I
will
read it.
be-
I don't remember enough to.
Nor did I.
I don't think I read it. If I
Read too much
did,
for me.
I don't remember it. But the truth of the matter is, I think a long time ago we started reading Age of Ages, or rather, let me rephrase that. A long time ago we read through a few Age of Ages and we just sort of stopped.
Gave up on it.
Read them, Dylan. If you had any thoughts, I'd be happy to hear them. But
About this particular story.
Age of Ages,
I also did not read it.
yeah, it was. It's one of those few things where I will honestly say, I think I actually might have read this one, but in general, they don't make a lot of sense. And the images are kind of cool, but then they're confusing. So as a club, we've sort of given up on them. But I do really like this free fall
This
comic.
is my favorite story, and
Yeah, this is my favorite, I think, too. At least my favorite single
yeah.
story.
I think Mobius is gonna sweep for me. I think this is my favorite story. Airtight Garage is my favorite ongoing, and
Yeah, so I
I'm
think this
still
is the
undecided.
last comic. Is this the last comic? Is there another one? I can't remember.
I think there might be one more.
Towards the end of the book, and we get this comic called Free Fall.
Yeah,
And
there's still
literally it's a
Barbarella.
guy. Oh, right, we have Barbarella. Uh that was another good one. I'm glad
Yeah,
that we got that too. But this guy just sort of he's running and he falls into a pit, right?
right.
And it's kind of what was really cool is it's this really awesome depiction of just falling, and not in the sense that I'd want to be him because
Right.
it'd be terrifying as heck, but in the sense of like they I don't know, he really or Mobius really made the fall feel like a real fall, and
Well, and also he makes him fall through so many different worlds.
that's
He
also
starts
I
he
was gonna say
starts
that too.
out in like this leafy, foresty type thing, and it almost looks like he's falling into a flower, and then it it it, it expands out into like a cave, and then it
And then
widens.
it
Looks
looks
like
like
he's
he might
falling in
fall
like
onto
a
some
temple or
spikes,
something, right?
and then
And
he
It
then he
falls.
reminded me of
falls
Alice in
into a
Wonderland.
dome.
Yeah. And then at some point he's like falling through this dome and he like pulls something out of his pocket and reads it.
Yeah, yeah. And then he's like in the elevator shaft or something. I mean, because he goes right past.
I don't,
I
yeah,
don't even
it's like
know.
this
Some
weird
dude,
square hole in a wall.
right?
I don't
Some
even
dude
think it's an
just
elevator
sitting in a
shaft.
room,
Yeah, he's just sitting in a room and the room is like open to this pit.
and then there's this other guy that's that's tracking his fall.
I thought that was the guy in the room.
Uh, maybe does he stand up? It
I
could
mean, it's
be.
hard to tell, but like all the perspectives feel like if you look at like little information on the room.
Yeah, so
Oh
maybe the
yeah, it's
screen is over here. Yeah,
got the
okay.
same
Yeah.
underpants.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the guy in the room then is tracking him through the free fall radar thingy and writing down, and at the bottom it says slippery when wet.
Yeah.
And then he's falling through the sky into the desert, and there's like a shaman who made a circle, and then he hits ground, and it's like you've got a mushroom cloud and a cowboy. And then
The next panel goes from him falling onto the circle that the shaman drew to a mushroom
right,
cloud
right.
with a cowboy in the foreground. And
And then people looking down at the crater.
yeah,
So it's like free fall and he's an atom bomb.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know if Mobius has some deep message that's being conveyed or if this is just really fun. Don't know if I care. Because it's definitely really fun and it feels more meaningful than it has any like true right to feel, given that it's just
Definitely. I don't know if it's supposed to be meaningful or not. I just thought it was a really cool adventure
yeah.
either way. So
Well, I mean, particularly when you've got the guy doing like, I mean, it makes me wonder all the more about, is this some sort of scientific test? Is it an allegory for missile tests? Is it,
can't tell you.
I can't either. But I think that's another part of the beauty is you can read as much or as little into this as you want.
I would take it as you you can go through everything, anything and everything. It doesn't matter how much you see or how many grand worlds you explore that you go through. We're all gonna die in the end.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
And you're powerless to stop it. Life is just a free fall. So you just go through all the craziness and then you die.
I love
Man,
the cowboy in the mushroom cloud image though.
that is a pretty good image.
Well, both because so many of those tests were done out in the same area that they were making westerns. Monument Valley is just not that far from where a lot of nuclear testing got done. And, Mobius did Western comics before he did sci-fi comics. So, like, it just makes that panel cool to me on multiple levels. And now we
I
have,
thought it was just because it was Cowboys and Explosion.
I mean, that's also just cool.
Kind of like lasers and dinosaurs.
Uh, Cowboys versus aliens.
That was a movie once.
It's a comic before that.
Probably a better comic than it was a movie.
I actually kind of like that movie.
I don't remember it. I don't think I
It's like a
hated it.
guilty pleasure.
Yeah,
don't
I could see
necessarily
that.
think it was good, but it was fun. Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford don't half-ass things, so they both like bought into the roles.
No, I liked
And
the actors in it, and I think it was amusing.
right,
It's been a long time since I saw
yeah,
it too,
yeah.
so it could
I
just
think I
be,
watched it a couple of times. I think I watched it once in the theater and a couple of times after it came out on DVD, and haven't watched it in years.
there you go.
Um, but I remember that I enjoyed it enough in the theater that we bought it on DVD. We watched it when we bought it on DVD, and then we took it with us. Either we took it with us or we bought another copy to give to Kelly's dad, and we watched it with them.
Oh, there you go.
So,
Barbarella, the Moon
Barbarella,
Child.
which Barbarella is I think the first time heavy metal had an existing character. Barbarella had been,
Even intellectual property.
yeah, had been a thing before this.
Yep. X
Oh,
magazine
right.
or V
Gotcha.
magazine. V magazine.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it even says that in the we skipped over the introductory page this time, but I think in the editorial page it even talked about they were excited to be able to bring.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think when I was reading it, I was like, "Oh, I have only limited amounts of time,"
Yeah, no,
and
no, no.
probably skipped the introduction page even while I was reading it. So,
Right.
Have any of you guys seen the movie Barbarella with Jane
I have
Fonda?
not. I haven't read any of
mhm.
the other comics either. I'm going to admit,
Wow.
and somewhat to my dismay, because there's so much Barbarella in and around things that I love, that this is the first Barbarella that I've ever read.
It's
Um,
pretty amusing.
it is. Makes me definitely want to read some more. It's another one where I wonder if it's squished a little bit, because some of these pages feel like they have more panels than you would put in something of this size, but about right if you had 2 more inches of width.
Sure.
Um, but I dug it. Anything in particular that because I also say I don't remember anything about it other than I enjoyed it.
I can sum it up pretty shortly.
Go for it, because I'm flipping through the visuals and not even really having anything come back to me.
So there is this guy, explorer, something like that, who went off and to find some secret. Essentially, these three doctors who I guess knew about it for some reason. I can't exactly explain that. I don't know if they were. It seems like they were colleagues of his in a sort of way. And what happened was that he came back, sort of, but he's been in like a sleep ever since. So they haven't been able to get answers from him. So they essentially said, Barbarella, we want to send you into this guy's head. And they give some reason, I guess. I don't know that they give very much reason. Uh, like send you into his dreams so that like, you can wake him up or whatever. And we're gonna like track you and blah blah blah. You'll have a communication device. And so she goes into his dreams and it's kind of weird. Like she finds parts of him all across this like strange stormy island. Um,
I
but
do
she
like
ends
this
up,
panel right here. Hold on a second. Barbarella says, so according to you, I'm capable of splitting myself in two and entering the world of dreams while remaining somehow here in reality. That's oversimplifying things a little, but let's say that's it.
Nailed it.
nailed it.
Barbarella, you're
Yeah.
explaining things.
So she finds him and then he's like, oh, they want my secret, but they're bad people, essentially. Uh, and I think that's to be continued again.
It
So
is.
A lot of ongoings in this one.
yeah, essentially it's a very I have this like you found me and I have the secret and I'm working in this space to depart from the space, um, which is weird because he's in a dream space. So that'll be interesting to see what they do with it. Um, but it's like I'm going to depart from this space and never give them the secret. That is essentially the
It does look like they all like to talk down to Barbarella.
they do. Everybody talks down to Barbarella except maybe the blue guy. But I don't think that blue guy talks at all. So
Because I'm just noticing here again, well, then, is that your job, making masterpieces? You can't possibly understand, but follow me and I'll try to explain 3,000 years of work in 3 words.
yeah, all the men are dicks. Even the guy in the dream who is quoting saying that all the other guys are, evil, villainous, whatever. Oh, they do leave. That's right. They depart. That's what that middle panel on the left is.
Right.
And they threw away the stone that was her connection to the
The
three scientists who got her in there.
yeah.
But we'll see.
So, yeah. And then we got some 1996.
Yep. And this is actually the last one, pretty sure. It's got some nice visuals, but still has that very confusing
It's like a
soft-
weird
Dialogue.
it's like a weird car show.
Hmm.
Yeah, it feels like there's some first, second, third base. What?
Right.
In the shows.
And a guy who looks more like a football player walking out.
There's some guy. There's these people singing, and they're actually singing in actual words
Right.
compared to everything else.
In their shiny metal cars through the world of steel and glass. But it's heavy metal.
It's heavy metal.
Yeah. Go
Holy
figure it
crap!
never already made. Heavy metal.
What a
With a
terrific
V.
name.
Right.
Screaming people fly so fast was the
No, it's still to be continued. We're not
Oh
done.
my goodness.
no, no idea why he's
They're never
there.
going to let us off the hook.
That's fine. I will continue to be amused by that comic while not knowing what's going on.
Yeah. And that's
So,
all she wrote.
and that's all she wrote.
So yeah, I think I am set. My ongoing is airtight. My story is free fall. And my panel is our wonderful Wes Anderson-esque family
Family
portrait.
portrait.
Yeah. And if I ever had enough money to like even begin to try to pitch Wes Anderson on a movie that I would pay for, I would just hand him that and say, make this into a movie.
The blueprint is there. Just make
Yeah.
it.
I feel like you have everything you need in this picture.
That's true.
Mhm.
So my favorite ongoing, I'll say, is the Diabolical Planet. And then, yeah, my favorite story is the Free Fall as well. So that's the same as yours. And then, yeah, I think I'll go with the panel I was talking about, which is that sort of face on page 21, where his the bottom of his face is being lit while his top of his face is in shadows.
Mm.
I don't know why I like that image, but I really do.
Page 21
That right
from
there it is.
Winter of the Last Combat.
Yep. One more.
Pity
There it
God,
is.
Lord have pity.
Yep, that image.
All right. Matt, Dylan.
My favorite ongoing is Den. My favorite story is Free Fall. And my favorite panel is the cover, the wraparound cover.
It's a good cover.
I love it.
I think we're 4 for 4 on Free Fall for the best story.
It's really good.
It's a good one.
I feel like if we wanted to, we could find any number of people in and around comics and like easily do like a 2-hour episode just enjoying and picking apart that story.
Yeah.
Um, it's got so much and so little, so much there that's completely open to interpretation.
Right.
Sure. You could get
And it's also just beautiful.
deeply philosophical about it. Sure, why
Right.
not?
Right. But you don't even have to get philosophical. You could just be funny with it, you know?
You could do that too.
Yeah.
Favorite ongoing, I think, is It's really, really digging the
Yeah.
lunatic, or the mad weirdo, or whatever it was called.
The Mad, I think, is what it was called. I'll look it up real quick.
I think the index, not the index, the table of contents just said it
Contents.
was called
It might just be That's true. It's either or the Mad.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
there. Oh, it's a Drouet. We've liked Drouet before.
And then
Yeah, it's
the
the
Mad.
the Mad.
Erm. Favorite panel. I was so close to picking the panel of the Black Death in Winter,
Yeah.
but and I'm not saying it's a bad face, but if it were just the Black Death, that would have won it. But the face sort of threw off the whole vibe of
Okay.
the thing for me. And so I'm going to choose the panel 1 of page 2 of this story with the lonely horse panel.
Oh, it's a really good one too.
That one there, yeah.
This one.
Yeah. It's so good.
Page 18.
He did a lot of really good ones with horses.
Hmm.
Honestly, he draws horses really well.
Supposedly notoriously difficult to draw horses.
That's what I've heard. That's why I
Actually,
mentioned
I
it.
was recently talking to um I talked to two people right in a row who'd done My Little Pony. Actually, one of them had done art for the other, and I didn't realize it until I was talking to them. Let me remember my artist. Cheating. I'll pull up recent episodes.
Yeah.
But he commented that he had and man did he get told about it. Uh he put the I think it was Tony Fleeks. Yeah. When we were talking to Tony Fleeks, um he said that he put the knee on the wrong side on because horses legs both bend in, both the back legs and the front legs. And the My Little Pony crowd knows this very well, but he didn't know that when and they informed him kindly, but they informed him. So there we go. Issue 11 in the books. Let's take a quick look together at our cover of the next issue. It's always fun to get the quick
Sure.
impression of what's coming next. Next issue, hopefully next month.
Nobody picked the cattail for their favorite one, huh?
That was a pretty good one too.
That was my
I-
runner-up.
There's
I did.
so
I
much
noticed
good.
that. I noticed that like these digital versions of the books we're reading are scanned,
Yeah.
and so I thought someone just for funsies scanned a cat's tail
Yeah.
and did it, but then I
Read the
noticed that
story.
there's like page borders on it and stuff in print, and so I was like, so no, that was an
And then
intentional
you
choice
read
by
the
the
prose
magazine.
story and saw that it
Yeah,
actually like fit in.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
This gives me Doom Patrol vibes. That cover.
yeah, yeah.
I could see that.
Who's our artist for this cover?
Well,
Colonel
we get more
Dillon,
Winter Last Combat.
Jim Burns.
Jim Burns.
We've got more
Got more
Winter
what?
Last
Oh, yeah,
Combat.
there we go.
More Den. Ooh, a
All
self-portrait by Charles Vess.
right, I'm
More
excited.
Diabolical
Mm.
Planet. More Hitchhike. Galactic Geographic. Abercax Effect. Orion. Looks like a 4-page airtight garage. Oh wow, it looks like only 4 pages from Mobius period.
Oh wow.
Now that's interesting.
It's fun. He had some extra pages when I went on vacation. He's like,
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
But it looks like we will get roughly 12 more pages of Barbarella. So
Hey, good times.
cool. March
All
1978,
right.
next month. Actually, hopefully about 3 weeks from now, since we pushed back a week this time. So thank you all. And glad we managed to fit it in. Dillon, when does your Kickstarter stuff start going out? And is there talk of getting it into stores?
Great question. Jason is going to be finished with inks this week. I'll send it another update. I can even share some on here if y'all want to see it.
Okay.
And then colors, Luca's going to start colors at the latest in April. And so we're hoping to be shipping out in May, which is much later than we anticipated, but things as they are, I think we did pretty good.
Humans are humans, and
Humans
they
are
have
humans.
things and
Yeah.
have to get things done. So
Yep.
remind everybody of the name, and those who backed it expect it in May, hopefully June.
Yeah, My Neighbor Necromancer
My Neighbor
coming at you.
Necromancer. Yes.
Hoping now that everything's all straightened out, we're even hoping to get a Kickstarter for issue 2 going sometime this year. So be on the lookout for
Sweet.
that one.
Sweet.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, Matt, since you're here, you get to take us out because you coined the phrase. Oh, I forgot to tell you,
Yeah.
Tom King loves our exit phrase. So
Nice.
tip of the
Love that.
cat to Mr. Matt. for coming up for it. We gave credit where credit was due when he said he loved it.
And we'll continue after the next page.
Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22 Panels Podcast.